I'm Financial Reporter Alan Mendelson. Now I'd like you to meet Certified Financial Planner Brian Gilder, who will bring to life the issue of estate planning. Is there still room in this economy for estate planning?
Well, if you're doing financial planning, you better be doing estate planning. That's the bottom line. Unfortunately, we tend to forget about estate planning because of the economy. But there's some issues that I don't think many people realize. I mean, you ask yourself this question. If you don't have a trust and you don't have any type of estate planning documents and you're a mother and father, God forbid something happens to mom and dad, who's going to take care of your children?
What are the major points in your estate planning? Give me the 3 points you want to cover.
The 3 points would be making sure that your children are taken care of. I think also making sure you fund your trust properly to avoid probate, and also about taking care of making sure that your children have money set aside, that they don't blow all their money, and having spendthrift provisions.
And where do you set up an estate like this? Where do you do your planning?
You should talk to an estate planning attorney. I think a good advisor would be able to spot the issue of a trust issue and be able to work with your estate planning attorney.
How much should estate planning cost you?
That's a great question because it can differ. You could hear ads on the radio that could cost $600–700, and then you could have some attorneys charging $2,000 to $3,000. I think it depends on what exactly you need, but I personally would have an estate planning attorney do my trust for me. But there's some key questions I think that are really important. For example, if, God forbid, something happens to mom and dad, both of them, who's going to take care of those children? Your child could be taken care of by that one person in the family that everyone doesn't like. And what happens to your money? Do you want your money going to the person who's handling your children? I always recommend to people, if you're going to leave, if whoever takes care of your child does not handle your money, you want that separate. I think also that many times, many people do not properly fund their trusts, meaning that I'll look at a brokerage statement and I'll see it's still in their names. It should be in the trust. That could cost someone hundreds of thousands of dollars in probate fees. And as financial planners, we should be able to spot these issues and tell the client, so the client can then go to an estate planning attorney to make sure this is properly funded. We're sort of like the quarterback. We got to spot these issues and be able to hand the ball off to the estate planning attorney to get the job done.
A lot of people say, I don't need an estate planning attorney. I don't need an estate plan. I don't have enough money for that. How little money do you need to have an estate plan?
If you have assets, you need an estate plan.
Assets meaning what?
Stocks, bonds, a house. You should have an estate plan just for one to avoid, could go through probate. Also, I think an important issue is children. Or also, even if you have adult children, you might think, oh, my children are growing up. What do I need an estate plan for? How do you know your child isn't in some type of terrible divorce? How do you know your child can handle money at age 25 or 30? You should have provisions. You could have provisions where they get so much at age 25, so much at age 30, and maybe the balance at age 40. Let's be realistic. People don't handle money too well in today's society. I mean, it's shown. Look at our economy today.
For more information, call Certified Financial Planner Brian Gilder at 310-804-3767. Again, 310-804-3767. I'm Alan Mendelson reporting.